You want to talk about champions? Then forget comfort, forget excuses, forget average. This is not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about obsession, sacrifice, and that cold, unstoppable fire inside your chest that refuses to die. You think success is flashy? No, it's brutal. But that's where champions are made. In silence, in discipline, in the grind no one sees. Because champions are built through discipline and hard work, and nothing else. Champions are built through discipline and hard work. Champions are not created overnight. They don't magically appear at the top. They rise slowly and relentlessly through discipline and hard work. Every moment of glory you see is backed by thousands of unseen hours, training alone, perfecting technique, pushing the limits. Discipline is the foundation. It means showing up whether you feel like it or not. It means following a routine, sticking to a plan, respecting the grind even when it's boring, painful, or repetitive. That's where real growth happens, not in front of the crowd, but in silence behind closed doors. Hard work means doing the things others aren't willing to do. When it's raining, you run. When you're tired, you train. When everyone else is partying or relaxing, you're out there sweating, pushing, grinding. Why? Because the mindset of a true champion doesn't wait for motivation. It creates champions, and their success is rented, and the rent is due every single day. You don't skip steps. You don't take shortcuts. Discipline makes you consistent. It sharpens your mindset and builds mental toughness. You can have the best facilities, top coaches, or perfect genetics, but without the discipline to use them fully, you go nowhere. You stay average. And champions? They hate average. Champions treat each day like it matters, because it does. They measure progress in inches, not miles. That's the difference, those small daily wins, the consistent commitment to excellence. They know that every rep, every sprint, every meal, every hour of sleep, it all counts. Hard work means pain. It means sacrifice. It means giving up comfort, sleep, and sometimes even relationships. But champions don't complain about that. They embrace it. They choose the hard paths on purpose, because they know the hard path is the only path that leads to greatness. While others give up when it gets difficult, champions lean into the challenge. They don't ask, why me? They ask, what's next? Every time you choose to be disciplined, every time you outwork the competition, you're building something. You're building focus, you're building strength, you're building identity. You're saying to the world, this is who I am. A champion. And the beauty of discipline and hard work is that it doesn't care where you come from. It doesn't care about your background, your past mistakes, or your natural ability. It's a choice, every day, every hour. A choice to stay locked in, a choice to grind, a choice to build yourself, step by step. By step. Talent is useless without relentless effort. Talent is a gift, but effort is a weapon. Talent may open the door, but only relentless effort keeps you in the room. It's easy to believe that gifted people have it easy, but in the world of champions, talent without work is worthless. It gets beaten by hunger, by obsession, by the one who refuses to stop. There are countless talented people who never made it because they relied on what they were given, instead of pushing what they could become. They got comfortable. They thought talent was enough, but it's not. It never has been. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution, results, and consistency. Effort means never being satisfied. It means you never say I've made it. No matter how good you are, you keep pushing. Because someone out there is working harder, longer, smarter. Effort is the edge. It's what keeps the fire alive when everything else fades. When you're tired, when you're hurt, when you're doubting yourself. Effort is a decision that says, I'm not done. Champions understand this. They don't rely on talent. They work as if they have none. They train like they're chasing someone better, even if they're already number one. That's the attitude. That's the standard. They don't coast. They don't depend on their past achievements. They show up like they're still proving themselves, because in their mind they are. Relentless effort also means doing it when no one's watching. When there are no lights, no cameras, no crowd, just you and the grind. That's where the real work is done. That's where character is built. Anyone can perform when it's easy, when they feel good. But a champion performs when it's hard, when it's painful, when every muscle says a stop, but the heart says a go. Effort what turns raw talent into refined excellence. It's the repetition that makes instinct automatic. It's the hours of unseen labor that create that one moment of brilliance on the biggest stage. People see the goals, the victories, the trophies, but they don't see the thousands of hours behind it. The extra reps, the endless drills, the solo training sessions after the team is gone. That's effort. That's what turns a good day into a great. Talent gives you the spark. Effort keeps the fire burning. And that fire has to be non-stop. No excuses. No complaints. Just relentless forward motion. Every day is a new challenge. Every day is a test. And you're not pushing someone else. Champions know this. That's why they grind like they're behind, even when they're ahead. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Greatness demands sacrifice, not softness. Comfort keeps you where you are. It whispers, you've done enough, when the truth is, you've barely started. Champions reject comfort zones because they know progress begins when it ends. They train when others rest, push when others quit, and stay focused while others lose discipline. Comfort wants you average, satisfied, slow. But greatness lives in the struggle, in the early mornings, late nights, and painful reps. You cannot grow where you feel safe. You grow where you feel pressure, discomfort, and challenge. Obsession with improvement defines a true champion. A true champion isn't just interested in getting better. They're addicted to it. Improvement is not a phase, a lifestyle. Every single day is an opportunity to evolve. Physically, mentally, emotionally, champions study the game, analyze weaknesses, and work tirelessly to sharpen every detail. They are never content, never distracted by praise or past victories. Even after winning, their mind is already on the next target, the next edge. Their obsession isn't fame, it's mastery. Never settle, success is never final. Champions understand that one victory doesn't mean the war is over. Success is a snapshot, not a destination. The moment you settle, you stop growing. True competitors stay hungry no matter how much they've won because they know the game never stops. Every level you reach reveals a new challenge, a higher standard. Settling leads to complacency, and complacency kills greatness. Champions treat every success fuel, not a finish line. They celebrate, then get right back to work with more intensity, more focus, and more drive. Use criticism as fuel to push harder. Criticism breaks the weak, but builds the strong. Champions don't get defensive, they get better. Every insult, doubt, and negative comment becomes motivation. They don't ignore the noise, they absorb it, transform it, and let it light a fire inside. Instead of proving people wrong with words, they do it with action. Criticism sharpens their edge, strengthens their mindset, and reminds them that they have more to give, more to prove, and more to become. Pressure reveals the real competitor. Anyone can perform when the stakes are low, but real champions show up when everything is on the line. Tell one. Pressure doesn't break them. It exposes their true strength. In the biggest moments under the brightest lights, they don't hide, they rise. Pressure is where champions thrive because they've trained their mind and body for these exact moments. They don't fear the weight of expectation, they carry it with pride. While others fall, they stay calm, focused, and locked in, turning pressure into performance and fear into fuel. Losses are lessons, not defeats. Champions don't see failure as final, they see it as feedback. Every loss is a mirror showing what needs to improve. They study it, own it, and grow from it. They don't blame teammates, coaches, or conditions. They take full responsibility and use it as a tool to evolve. Losses build resilience, sharpen focus, and develop the mental toughness needed for future victories. Champions use setbacks to get stronger, smarter, and more dangerous because every time they fall, they rise higher. Consistency beats occasional brilliance. Champions don't rely on flashes of greatness. They build a standard and stick to it every single day. One great performance means nothing without the discipline to repeat it. Consistency creates momentum, and momentum builds legacy. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and staying locked in no matter the circumstances. While others ride highs and lows, true competitors stay steady, focused, and relentless. They do the right things when no one is watching and never lower their standard based on how they feel. Greatness demands total sacrifice. To reach the highest level, you must give up comfort, distractions, and sometimes even relationships. Champions live differently. They eat, sleep, and breathe their purpose. Every decision is measured against the goal. Nights out become early mornings. Excuses become effort. They sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term glory. Every part of their life is aligned with one mission, to be the best. It's not easy, and it's not meant to be. Only those who are willing to give everything will ever touch true greatness. No excuses, no shortcuts. Just greatness. upcoming file.